A big hello once again to everyone watching and welcome back, I know it's been a very long while, to City Bus Manager in our Croydon save. Now, things aren't going quite as well as I had hoped or remembered them being. Currently, I think the last thing that we did was sort of put this B9TL over here into East London Transit livery, which isn't too bad. Got a Scania Omni City and London United livery. Metro bus, this is also stinking up the gaff, ignore that. The Metro bus liveried, don't even know what vehicle this is, sort of wannabe coach that's been put into the wash. That's smoking horrendously, but we ignore that. And then we also have our MB4Ls, new buses for London in Superloop livery, especially for the 119, since this is going to be introduced in real life in Croydon, the SL5, along with the X26, which we do actually also need to rename because the X26 does no longer exist, unfortunately. Unfortunately, it is now the SL7. I'll change that over and probably also put all its B9TLs. Big hello to Omari, to Mini and Southeastern Transport on the Sea Workshop. There are UK left-hand drive buses. I am very much aware. That is what the plan is for today. So this is already been renamed to the SL7. So changing over on a Sunday. What I do also plan on doing is we are getting a call from, I think, Southern, but we'll ignore that for now. I feel like what we shall do is we are going to need to get a few more parking spaces, but this is a good point where we could... So we do have the B9TL, we also have the G3 unlocked, which isn't too bad. However, I was more hoping that we'd be able to sort of research the B9TL, because I would like to put that on the X26, sorry, the SL7. Which in real life has also got enough frequency boost. We don't have the vehicles, sadly, at the moment to actually do that. Also, just currently researching the automation of cleaning buses and also washing them, since that is a tedious task that ideally we want to outsource. We don't want to be the ones doing it. So go over to staff and go to work schedule. Researchers, I'd want 4 of them here outside of core hours. Mechanics, I'd say core hours are more after dark. So when all the routes come in overnight, but then outside of core hours, you'll have 3 of them. Researchers, some cleaners, core hours again, should be around midnight. So I'd say from about 9, when vehicles start rolling in, to about 6. And then outside of there, we'll have 4 cleaners during the day to mop up any sort of spillages or any messes that happens. I wish I had a car, I didn't have to take the bus anymore. I mean, to be fair, our name is Go Away London, so we are living up to our name. Let's see what Southern wants with us. So due to a disruption, a rail replacement service must be provided immediately. So they're giving us money to do a rail replacement service. So this is between Shortlands. So this is between Bromley North, Bromley South and Shortlands, which I think is the world's shortest railway replacement and also the most pathetic, I feel. So Bromley North down to Bromley South. From Bromley South coming up to Shortlands, around Valley Road, and then coming all the way back up to Bromley North. So that'll just be a little circular service. Rail replacements. Give it that. Continue that. Okay, I have Joel, I can't read apparently. I'm a bus driver and desperately need a break. Can you please take the next 24 hours off? Yep, sure. For once, I'll actually be nice and kind. So let's assign what vehicle are we going to put on to the rail replacement service. I feel like we should put our IKEA Express service, MB4L, out onto rail replacement. So get the clock ticking along nicely. In the meantime, I feel like if we sort of get the G3, I do have the B5LH also unlocked, but I feel like it would be better off using these. So I'd say 2 of these at the moment. Okay, so with this, what we shall do is I'll put this into London corporate livery, and this will go into Go Ahead London's sort of livery. So this will be for the 119, since that's what the route uses in real life. Get this color of red, because I would like to get the roof sort of all nicely painted as well. Could do an all over red, do a RATP or a Tower Transit when they were still a thing, rest in peace. But I, to be honest with you, I think all over red looks so horrendously ugly that I refuse to do that, just full stop. So Go Ahead London goes over the doors, won't have Metrobus or any sort of branding on it, because real life they don't anymore. Go Ahead London. And then usually on the back there's like text saying we're recruiting. Not able to really put that, sadly. See what I could put. I could probably put some IKEA ex-IKEA branding. So ex-IKEA. I feel like what I would do though is I sort of want to create a little contrast so people know that this is an advert. This isn't sort of, if you like, this isn't the bus branding. I want this to be an advert. Yeah, bit. What color? What sort of color yellow would I want? Something like this. So this is going to be an all-over advert on the back. That looks a bit horrendous, so I want to tidy that up. That doesn't look too bad. So this is all-over adverts using the same sort of blue for up here. So then, like that. So it sort of gets the IKEA colours across. There we go. And then using the IKEA sort of branding. IKEA ex-IKEA. Up to every 30 minutes. Sort of needs a darker blue. Even darker blue than that, I'd say. And then put the small print in the world's tiniest font so no one can actually read it. There we go. Put it down here. Doing a classic TFL. Can't actually read that, but do you know what? That's beside the point. And then to really sell it, I feel like gotta get some furniture, to be honest. So get this coming up here, and then I'd say if I could get sort of get it come across like this, and then up at the top I'll actually make it this sort of yellow color, so it inverts. It's very hard to actually get this to look right. If you, maybe that isn't what I actually want. Remove that, undo that. Sort of. To really get the idea across. IKEA, and then the Kardash, and the Ballage Shark. IKEA. There we go. Apply that. So, assign these G3s onto the 119. What we also don't have is enough vehicles because there are still a few buses that haven't been assigned. I think that's mostly down to the condition of our vehicles, because quite a lot of them are in a tattered, sorry state, but these are all going to be put up on the market soon and then replaced with either MMCs, since we do have them, dual MMCs. In fact, we'll actually just buy one, get it sort of ready. So this is our brand new MMC. Give it the TFL red color. and then copy and paste that red color. Could recreate the sort of haze branding that was in sort of Uxbridge and Hayes areas. Could do that. We could recreate the Romford branding, but I don't feel like putting this MMC through that, if I'm being honest. So aside from that, this could always get the old Metrobus logo. Sort of a shame that Metrobus didn't live long enough to have their own, if you like, MMCs. Or I could always put Arriva. I think could put first. I feel like just for continuity's sake, gonna just put Stagecoach. Sadly, I can't put anything up there because I would have loved to have put the logo over here. Instead, I'm gonna get this on the back. Get the Stagecoach logo just down here. Over there. Good enough for now. And then the TfL roundel, which is over here for buses. It usually goes about here. And there's usually one over there. And then for the legals, just use this text over here. Technically it isn't the legals, but makes it look like the bus does have legals, because legally they're supposed to have them. Hence why they're called legals. Not. I don't know why it says not. Superloop. Yeah, so that. Whoops. Cancel that. Brand new MMC. Which. Okay, another service. This MMC can actually be put onto rail replacement service. Another rail replacement service. Get the East London Transit going. So at the moment, 455. Apparently we don't have the buses to run this, but there is a Lion City over here that we could send out, which we will do. So looking at our routes at the moment, none look particularly busy. Where's our base? Our base is in a depot is in Bedington. There it is. So we're currently running the 407, 455. Which is also another route that's soon to go. Casualty of its time, being replaced by an extension of the 312 and an extension of the S3, I believe, down to Wadden Marsh. I can't remember what's replacing the sort of northern section of the 455. Oh no, it's the S4, that's it, not the S3. S3 doesn't come close. Don't have any buses available. This is unfortunate. Refuel that. These vehicles we can sort of start selling. Are we able... Okay, we've maxed out our loans. Not really like the position I wanted to be in. Today's a Sunday, so we're not really going to be making much money. But sort of just sat here waiting to get some cash flow in. Get buses that aren't able... sort of broken at the moment to be repaired. Repair that, repair this. Is there anything major? Anything that needs to be refueled? That needs to be refueled. But that's going on to the 154. Could also get some BYDs. Unfortunately, they're not in the game at the moment. So we're just researching new double-deckers. Sort of, let's see how many... We do have 6 people currently researching to get deckers and automated cleaning. There is our sort of MMCs out on rail replacements, which is all the way over here in Bromley. Currently, oh, do you know what I was going to say? Actually, not that busy, but actually really busy. 53 out of 57 people on that MMC emptied out. And I don't really know why it needed 2 vehicles, to be honest with you. I feel like 1 would have been enough, but here we are. The X119, I don't know really if we need this. I feel like this is extra to our requirements. So what I shall do is I'm going to delete the X119, now that we know it's the SL6, if I remember off the top of my head. Oh, it might actually be something else. Also, apologies, chat was frozen. Can you get rid of the IKEA bus routes and get external depots? Been a while since I've been here. Hello, Crazy. Doing more Transport Fever 2 campaign. 24 hours off. This ain't America. How do you make rail replacement livery or something like that? I could do that, actually. That is a wise suggestion. Have you seen the switch in London between the D3 and the 276? I have not. Can you do the 289 Elmer's End to Purley? Do you have the 312 already? I do not believe I have the... No, I do have the 312. Here it is. It's currently got a decker on it. There's 2 buses waiting here to go into the 312. Can you do the 417 or the 166? The 166 I have already done. It's actually currently a bendy on it, which is really unrealistic. Considering even regular sized buses struggle. Researcher, nope. You ain't getting a break. It's the SL5, that's correct. Can I do the 289? Hello, Alex. Do TFL where they got rid of routes? I could do that. That is very true. So I've already gotten rid of the SL5. Sort of this rail replacement service is actually losing us money. That is honestly comical. I've also, for some reason, this 312 is currently in the training livery. Okay, I don't know what that's doing. The N68 could always delete that. But I feel like it's here. 109, the 119, the 166. Sort of, there aren't any routes that are massively losing us money other than the rail replacements. So when it's not bad, though this shuttle I feel like is probably going to remove these silly IKEA routes. Delete ourselves this. Why can't I don't know what. Oh, do you know what? It's because additional buses, I see. So there's one that's supposed to be on there. The others aren't. What I shall do is I'll cancel this one. Don't need 2 vehicles. Can have 1 MMC doing the rail replacement. This is on the 119. So next, I think the sort of route that I'd be looking at getting, this needs to be refueled and also cleaned. Can be sent out, and then on the rail replacement service, which am I actually getting paid for these services? I cannot tell. Repaint the IKEA buses, or you'll get money for the rail replacement. Oh, I will. Okay. Oh, I'm glad you've told me that, Crazy, because I was really concerned that I've just taken out a rail replacement contract that was going to cost me negative, that I was going to have to pay for, which just doesn't seem right in my head. Can repaint the IKEA buses, that is true. They're not here at the moment. Do have this B9TL. I do slowly want to replace the Lion Cities. I'll replace them with MMCs and darts. Actually, speaking of replacing, I will replace this, the new Ramses, because I don't know what this is doing. This is going to be put up for sale for 23 grand. And then as soon as I get an offer on it, I will sort of replace it. So, and then also this, that was once upon a time on the IKEA shuttle. Be nice to see more deer ads, like on the G3. Yeah, do you know what? I think you do make a good point. I usually... Hold on, if I sort of... Do we have a repaint shop? Usually, because I have quite a lot of Brighton and Hove repaints, on the G3, I do tend to put unique ads on the back of them, but that usually takes quite a bit of time. That's why I try not to do it in these live streams, because half the live stream could be spent on literally just one repaint. Don't need this master. Bus is now for sale. I do have a notification. Nope, no sale offers. No one wants to buy that. No one wants to buy this. Oh, this as well. The IKEA shuttle, cancel this. There's no point. No bus available to run the shift. I want to sell those tiny little buses. Replace them. Ideally. I received a new offer. 5 grand for that. So that will allow us to buy a brand new MMC. Or we can get a Dennis Dart. I'll leave it up to the chat to sort of decide. Or get an Olympus. Could actually get an Olympus instead. With the E200 8.9, would make sense to make the 468 right now. I probably would. I think the only problem I have is that this save I've not properly managed. So there's a lot of routes, and they're not. I don't really have enough buses for the amount of routes I have, which is a large problem. But I think what I would do is wait until I have enough, and then I'll leave it up to. Yeah, the new Ramses is gone. So get rid of that and get rid of this one as well, because don't need any of those. So I'll leave it up a poll into the chat between a Right Street Deck G3, B9TL Olympus, or single decker Enviro 200MMC or Dennis Dart. What are we sort of thinking? In the meantime, I'm gonna look at some TFL rear adverts. I think if I get like the speeding one, if I get the are you watching your speed because your son is sort of ad, I think that would be a good one to put on the back. Ad. Yeah. So that would sort of be save image. On my main I have 50 bus routes. That is fair enough. Speed ad. And then no sort of Dennis Dart. We'll have one vote in for the Dennis Dart. Looks like it'll probably be a Dennis Dart because I can get 2 of those, and they carry 59 passengers, which actually isn't too bad. Compared to the 90 in the Olympus, which I would prefer to do a Decker, to be fair. Could I get an Olympus? I think I could get an Olympus and a Dart, so I think I'll do an Olympus and then a Dart as well. So this is sort of quite close to the colour that actually I would have wanted, but not really there. And so with the Olympus, especially the ones that Metrobus had, they had silver headlights. So I'll very much get that. This will be slightly challenging to actually make it not look completely atrocious. I don't know. I think there were more. Yeah, there were more this color. So get that over there. Sort of get this like this. It's like colouring in a child's colouring book, to be honest. Have to try keep in the lines. I know there's a tiny bit of red there. I will come back to that. But this, for the most part, is actually how I would do liveries. And on top of that, this is going to get some rear facing adverts. How far can I go before it pokes up? I can go up to there. Okay, so that still has a bit of red face in there, so I need to come back to that. And then the rest of this. Firstly, gonna fix that because there is way too much red on show. There we go. And then for the remainder of this, I think the best bet is just to sort of use this circular tool. And then there we go. There we go. So that has now grey headlight surrounds. I have 307 buses. No one of my drivers got stopped from the police. That is genuinely really interesting. Actually, I think I'd be concerned if one of my drivers got stopped by the police. I wouldn't be surprised, but concerned nonetheless. So I will make an advert space. So the advert space will sort of be okay. I want to get this color again. get that over there and then get this a bit lighter. So that, and then import speed, and you can get this on the back, or it could be sort of, I mean, it's a bit more like the eyes there, so it'll be more like this, I'd say. More like that, and then it would put like watch your speed over the top of that eye. I'm thinking if I just put an all-around wrap. The only thing is it doesn't really show what I want it to. I think actually I'll do this. And then use this. So this is more sort of. I need to get that bigger. It's not big enough. So I'll open up software. I have to pay 40k euro fine. As long as your service center open, it's still on the default. This is an older save file, unfortunately. Sort of before when all these updates were released. Get that, update that. Oops. What's that saved as? I'd much rather it's not be saved as a JPEG. And then over the top, getting an advert that says watch your speeds. Put that in the Johnston typeface in bold. What does that say? Your son does, your best friend does, your sister does. I think this one's your sister. Yeah. So it's watch. Watch your speed. Your sister does. Can't really see what I'm doing at the moment. Your sister. Your sister does like that. There you go. And sort of get that, and just watch speed. Save that. And these are sort of the two assets I've been working on. So get the picture of the eye again. That's a horrendous quality eye. That looks infected, if I'm being entirely honest. Then can get this. Maybe make this a bit smaller so it still fits, but oh, this is a tough one. It doesn't really fit, but you can still see the eye. I feel like if I do this and then I sort of put grey at the top, I feel like that can sort of mask it. A bit darker grey. So then sort of up here. There you go. Can't even tell that that's not right. And then probably put this. I think I'm going to split this up actually. So then that is watch speed. Sister does. And these are sort of the rear ads that you would get in London. Watch your speeds. And then put that in the yellow colour that it comes in. I think it's a bit lighter. sister does. And then TFL. What's this? No, that's not right. And then next to it is usually a Transport for London logo. Transport for London logo. Saw an Go Ahead London Olympus in the Go North East livery the other day. Yep, that would be because that's come from Sutton Garage, which recently lost all its Olympi to electric BYDs, unfortunately. Now there are no more in... what is this? Transport for London. That doesn't work. Okay. What I want to do then is this. Put this over here. Get rid of all the white. And then make this black and white. Sorry, get rid of... Actually, no. What I said was correct. Get rid of all the white. Now get rid of that. Then TFL logo. So now I can do TFL logo. So now there's this. Transport for London. Every journey does not matter, but you know, speed everyone else does. Yeah, there you go. I have a rear facing advert, and then I think I will put Metrobus. This will get some Metrobus branding. Metrobus branding was underneath here, if I remember correctly. Mine might be playing tricks on me. There we go. So then that is Metrobus with watch your speed rear. Save that locally and then send that off. There we go. Or maybe the next bus could have mixed match panels perhaps. That is true. Oh, the mayor just called you. Oh, you must be doing something either massively wrong or incredibly well. Which is always a tricky situation to be in, I find. So we're 3k off being able to get a den start. The Dart, I have already created a sort of Stagecoach Beach Ball Olympus for it. Looks quite nice in the Go North East livery, not gonna lie. The ex Go Ahead London Olympus I saw. Personally, I actually think I do prefer sort of London buses that are not in London livery, because London livery has become extremely boring to the point where it's literally just all red and it's just awful. But pay £4 per passenger. That's actually really, really good. Let's get the B9TL on it. Get this cleaned. All our vehicles should be automatically getting cleaned. In the meantime, research external depots. This I would actually really like to repaint. The IKEA Express. Doesn't matter for now, I suppose. Okay, so now we have it enough to get a Dennis Dart. So I'll get a Dart. And the Dart, I've already done a Stagecoach Beach Ball livery for. We could also put it in a Metroline livery. But in this part of the world, not exactly the right operator. So we're going to get this. Stagecoach Beach Ball. You can show the bus routes tab. I want to see the average delays on your bus routes. Bus routes tab. So average delay, the most delayed route is the 154. Delete those because we don't have those anymore. Yeah, so it's the 154. Didn't want to edit the routes. In terms of the 154, I actually show timetable. 50 past 20. I think it's because I have, oops, completely forgotten all the sort of controls. So edit timetable. Timetable's every half an hour. Break after tour. Give it a 5-minute break. If I reset it, yeah, I feel like this just needs an extra 5-minute break. Means one extra bus in the timetable, but that's probably for the best. My most delayed route is on average 4 minutes. Alright, do you know what? I'll swiftly just close this tab then. 119, the SL7. I'm surprised actually the SL7's delays only 3 minutes. All things considered. IKEA shuttle I want to delete. I don't know who this is. Bribe amount, I've just been stopped by the police because the bus has technical defects. Stop the shift immediately and pay £1,000 fine. £12,000 fine even. That's more than what I currently have in the sort with the bank. Bus details, what? Oh, come on, there's nothing wrong with this. It's during the day. Yeah, Sunday during the day. Don't need indicators, don't need any lights, don't need wipers. It's not exactly raining. Try the bribery. It's refused. Oh, okay. Well, the bus got confiscated. Actually, Jesus Christ, heaven almighty. 200 people are waiting for rail replacement. I'll also put this. That's gonna go onto a rail replacement service because apparently we actually desperately need it. Out of service. Don't bribe. Oh, well, bit too late. What are you doing? I was gone for a bit. So, whilst you was gone, I wonder if the bus is actually out in service. Create a new bus livery for our Olympus. I bought that. Got a dart. Let's see if I can find it in our network. Where are you? 119, 466, 312. There's the Olympus. It's on the 166, which really need to restrict what vehicles goes on these routes, because the 166. Oh, and definitely the 455, because right there, what you saw there would have turned it into a convertible. It would have been a single decker going underneath this bridge over here. So 312 is okay having any sort of vehicle. I think the only other routes that I'd need to restrict so far. So I'm phoning off ill. I think would be the 367, but I haven't done that yet. I'd say create a new route. I'll probably do the 284. Maybe reduce some of the 10-minute routes down to 12 minutes. Once it maybe reduce how many buses you need by one. This is probably true. Actually, I'm going to discard all this. I'm going to look through the timetables. What is this? Every half an hour. I feel like, even though it's accurate, I feel like this should probably go down to every hour. Why have I done this? It's every hour on a Sunday, and then every... Is this a nightly service? It's a nightly service. I don't know why I've given this a nightly service. They should not have a nightly service as SL7. And it will probably go up to every hour. With every 50 minutes. So there's still a 5-minute sort of break time. During the peak hours. It's all going up to Wallington Green. So that's only as far as it goes. It should... To be honest, activate it now. Hang on a minute. What I will also do is edit the route, because it... Surely this should go to Sutton. It does go to Sutton. Having an express route, don't know why I have that. Show timetable. This runs every half an hour throughout the night, and then every half an hour throughout the day. Sure. The N68 show timetable runs every 15 minutes. I don't know why I'm running the N68. Delete that. Show timetable. This runs every 20 minutes throughout the day, and then every 10 minutes throughout the day. So the 109, I'm going to edit the timetable. They're going to go down from every 10 to every 12. Every 25, actually. Every 25, and then every 25. So it's every 12 and a half minutes. Maybe... Probably shouldn't be running that frequently throughout the day. Maybe side adverts too, or maybe some branding that says, "Sorry, look, I look terrible. I'm being repainted or replaced soon." What should you do? What you should do is give each bus type its own vehicle group and assign a group to that group. You do make a good point. The IKEA shuttle again. I don't know why that's still here, because I don't want it to exist. The 119. Show the timetable. It's every half an hour throughout the night. Yeah, it runs throughout the night, half hourly. That's okay. The 154 runs every... Show timetable. Running it every half an hour. And this doesn't run throughout the night. I do feel like if I was going to do anything, I would actually do some things a bit differently. I feel like I should have a new depot that should be probably around Sutton. Run the 154 and SL7 from there. Since that I feel like is more centrally located, Sutton Bus Garage. And then sort of run some other stuff, like probably... What else could I run from there? Maybe Sutton isn't best. 109, the 166. That goes down. 166, show timetables currently every hour. There's not really any more scope to increase this. But to be honest, it's not making much money, so I'm going to deactivate it for now. So it's not running. Just simply because it's entirely mirrored by the 466. The 312 does its own thing up here and terminates at Nor Junction. This is the entirety of the 312. Then we have the 359, which again, don't really know why we operate the 359. It's not the most profitable. 403, show timetable. What does this run? Every hour. That's all correct. Show timetable. This runs every half an hour. Half hourly service. The 407, this runs every 20 minutes. I don't know if it needs to be every 20. Doesn't feel like it's in desperate need of being every 20. The 455, however, show timetable runs every 15 minutes and is our busiest route so far. With the 466 also being every 15. This I feel like this I should probably... I'm going to reduce it down to every 20. And on Sunday as well. Just simply because I feel like it's a bit too much, it being every 15. Show timetable, this was every 20. Yeah, every 20 minutes. That's fine for now. That gives us sort of breathing room. So that's tomorrow. Have a few shifts that will sort of not be able to be completed. Just simply because we don't have the buses for them. In Ashgrove's depot, there's Arriva buses in there and there's Stagecoach. Ashgrove is actually shared between Arriva and Stagecoach, or HTC, as it was previously owned by, before they were bought out by Stagecoach. It's split down in two, and that's why you see both of them in there. Double deckers. Might be worthwhile getting a G3 eventually. Another one. I think for now I'm going to stick with an MMC. Load up. Well, I didn't save my other MMC sort of thing, so I'm just going to put it in default generic London Red and hope that tomorrow I should be able to assign everything. It's slowly getting there. Slowly but surely. I have noticed, I don't know, 403, 455, 119, 64, 407. 407 can be interworked. 109 I know it can be interworked. 109, 455. Okay, so just need a few more vehicles. I'm sort of streamlining my services. The 127, I do not have the 127 at the moment. I'm looking at mostly just trying to streamline these services, because at the moment this is sort of in a dire state. And I feel like, to be honest with you, on a Sunday, the amount of buses that I have out this late on a Sunday when it's completely dead, I don't know why I'm doing that. SL7, for example. SL7 is completely dead. I feel like I wouldn't advocate it in real life, because in real life it's a really busy route, but I think every 2 hours on a Sunday, I feel like that's fair. Doesn't need sort of a nightly service. And then show timetable. This runs half hourly, even on a Sunday. Ugh, this is a problem with standardization in London. Can you take out any loans? I cannot. I have maxed them out on the save, which is why, to be honest, I was actually sort of debating whether or not I should move over to Stratford, because I did create a new save there, which I thought was beneficial, to be honest, over everything else. Jesus Christ, there's nearly 300 people waiting. Send out the bendy. Bloomin' heck. Place these two. Yeah, the bendy needs to go out there. The rail replacement service actually so far is the busiest part of our operations, which is insane. Bromley South. There's 36 people waiting for rail replacement. None really waiting for the 119, which is unfortunate, but we did throw a single decker out onto it, so I guess that makes sense. I'm thinking, I think the next route I would want to do, it might be best to go with Stratford next time, maybe. I'd agree. I feel like the save is a bit too far gone. I've made a lot of mistakes here, which I wouldn't replicate now, and it's very hard to fix it because now I'm in a position where I don't have a lot of money. So I feel like next time it would be better off going to Stratford. Although in saying that, to be fair, what I could always do, save it, save this, and go back to the main menu, and I could just load up that Stratford save, because it is pretty good. Though I'd like to see City Bus Manager Company in more rural place. Ooh, that's a good one, actually. Whereabouts? What would be a good rural place to try it? Might be able to try sort of, maybe not Crawley. Crawley's not really rural. Maybe the Isle of Wight, actually, I feel like. So this was the sort of Stratford save that I'd sort of done. So I've done the 25, and it's on a sort of 20-minute frequency at the moment. And we Crewe and Tarvin. So this is a Stratford save. We're at West Ham at the moment, with Dennis Dart sort of just waiting for the first vehicle to go out, which I believe is this one, being sent out at the moment. The problem with the UK is that for some reason houses don't really appear in more rural areas. Near enough buses do the D8s. I would probably do that, yeah. So this is our first bus out of Stratford on the 25. It is a Dart, which would be actually criminal to put on the real 25. Unfortunately, not the busiest route in London anymore. That's lost its title, and it's lost it for 3 years, maybe 2 years running actually now, ever since it was hacked back from Oxford Circus to City Thames Link or Holborn Viaduct. Now sort of that title goes to the 18, from Wembley down to Marylebone. Was that? Maybe it's not Marylebone. Can't remember where the 18 terminates, but I know it's in that side of London. Sort of over here, just picking up decent amount of passengers considering it's our first route. And then after this, I feel like probably will be the D3 that I do next, or D8. Should I do the D8? The D8 used to be a joke of a route where it was like it got decked, sort of swapped routings with the 108, got decked, and everyone was like, why did the D8 get the deckers of all routes? And then we sort of realised, yeah, now it's busy. Guess that makes sense. So ticket-wise, short distance ticket, 175, single ticket. London doesn't really do sort of like, if you like, variations, so you don't pay for as far as you travel on buses. Weekly ticket is about 22 quid, I think. Day ticket, I don't remember what the day ticket is now. I think it might be like £6 something. Weekly ticket's probably about £24 is what I'd guess. I cannot remember for the life of me. I would not be in this position, to be honest. We're in a bit more of a better cash flow place. Maybe something like the 257. Is this normal or an expert? This is on expert mode, this one. So this is a bit harder. I think we could start doing the D8, to be honest, because the D8 will take us all the way down here, which I can do the entire D8. Entire D8 actually, because it goes down to Cross Harbour, to the Asda. Ooh, do I have the buses for it? I do have the money for it, so I think I'll go ahead and do this. So do the D8. Starting off from Stratford. Yeah, it's a bit of a dead run from Stratford to West Ham, but so be it. After that, it sort of follows along Stratford High Street. Stratford High Street Station, Carpenter's Road, and then it goes down Wharton Road, not Warburton Road, Abbey Lane, Bow Flyover. I believe it goes around Hancock Lane, or Hancock Road. It does do that. Although, first it goes via Bow Church. Bow Church, Hancock... That does not seem right. Yeah, that doesn't really make much sense for it to go. But then, so then it goes via St. Leonard Street. Difficulty here is... Oh, actually, hold on. St. Leonard Street. And then from here, goes via Bow Interchange. How does it do that? Hello, ADL Trident. I would like it to somehow go across here. Don't really want it to do a crazy double run just to serve Bow Church, though. If I can help it. Bow Church mostly serves the same catchment area. Is the game automatic? The game is automatic in later stages. At the moment, it is not, because this is just the beginning. I have started sort of a new save in Stratford in East London. Then we're going down Imperial's Wharf. St. Leonard's Wharf. And around Blackwall Tunnel. Hang on a minute. Probably by Bow Station. And goes via... there's another stop around here. It's not the Baptist Church. And then Abbott Road. And then Blackwall Tunnel. And then it goes down via All Saints Church. And then Poplar High Street. So I think this is more around there. And then after that, goes around to Billingsgate Market. And then into Canary Wharf. Around Churchill Place, Canada Square South, Canary Wharf Station. West India Avenue. Then it goes via Heron Keys. Admiral's Way. South Quay. Harbour Exchange. East Ferry Road. Cross Harbour Station. And then around the Isle of Dogs Asda. And then it loops back on itself. Harbour Exchange. South Quay Station. Around here, Heron Keys. And then via West Ferry Circus, even Canada Square North, Churchill Square, Billingsgate Market, Poplar High Street, Blackwall, Poplar All Saints, then via Blackwall Tunnel, East India Dock Road. There is a stop. There is not actually a stop there because it goes straight onto the Blackwall Tunnel approach, which is where the 108 used to run along before it was cut back and swapped around, and then extended. Actually, I should say it wasn't actually cut back technically, if I want to be accurate with my wording. Via Bow Interchange, then Marshgate Lane, Wharton Road, Stratford High Street, and then back up to Stratford Bus Station. So this is the D8. Sort of give it a dark red colour. And maybe do the 241 after, or a short route would be possible to do after the D8. Oh, the map, yes. So the map is automatic, so you can choose sort of anywhere in the actual world. Doesn't have to be the UK, doesn't even have to be London. You can pick anywhere. I think I'll leave it out every half an hour. It needs 3 buses. It sort of starts at about 4:48. I'll probably put that as 4:48, and then it runs until stupid o'clock in the morning, but I can't be arsed, so it's not going to be that one, so that'll be activated now. And these are the sort of 2 routes we have. So we have one going to the east and one going to the south. And then after that, we could probably do the 108 up to North Greenwich, or to be honest, could always just 108 from North Greenwich, or probably around Millennium Park Square, just up to sort of around Blackwall or Bromley by Bow. 38, please. Sort of wrong part of London to be doing that. Maybe do the 69. For the Cross Harbour announcement, it varies between Cross Harbour Asda and Isle of Dogs Asda. There are 2 stops that are sort of named both Cross Harbour Asda and Isle of Dogs Asda. It's a bit confusing because obviously this is the Isle of Dogs, but then this is also Cross Harbour, so it's sort of like pick or choose, if you like. A bit confusing. But it's not to worry. Understandable, sometimes it can get a bit sort of dicey with names, I think. But yeah, so you can sort of see the 25 at the moment, 4 people on it. Then after that, we'll go out of service. So Stratford bus station. I was about to say Stratford International. Stratford International is actually over here. We're not doing a 108, which doesn't even serve Stratford anymore. So get the buses all parked up. Skip the time. So this is 3 in the morning. Now we have to assign the 25, the D8, another D8, and another D8. And we have 1 spare dart. We could also get a MMC, but I think for now we'll start off with the darts. Another spare, couple more sort of darts wouldn't hurt. I think get 6 of them. And these could keep them in the Stagecoach Beach Ball livery, but I think London and the darts. I think I might put them into either the London General livery with the grey skirt, or I could do the Arriva Cowhorn, actually. Arriva weren't really in this part of London. They've never been to Stratford apart from the rail replacement. But personally, I would not mind sort of doing that livery. So give them that. That needs to be white. Get this being like that. And then sort of try and make it so that it's not overly massive. Hang on a minute. That'll do for now. Come back to that. The area around the Dusty box. This wrapped around. And then get the back all collared up. D8 Stagecoach, actually after the TT passed on, that is true. Do the license plates, please. 135 used to be Arriva before they passed it on to Go Ahead, which is now with... it is now with Stagecoach, actually, because I was about to say Tower Transit, but that doesn't exist anymore. See if I can get the Arriva logo. Hang on a minute. First logo. There it is. Found the Arriva logo. What's here as well? I'll do the sort of, because it had a yellow bar going around it, which was just on top. So it would have been about there. get this all the way across. This is a tedious part when it comes to designing liveries and recreating them. So I've got to sit here patiently, line up all the things. This is the part that most people don't sort of see because they just get it from the workshop, which is fair enough. Probably could have done that. Probably is Arriva Dark liveries over there, but I like to make life hard for myself and recreate it sort of with the best of my abilities. That isn't really what I'd want to see, to be honest, so I'm gonna sort of change that around. I do want to get this all the way around, get this all the way around, get this. Yeah, there is an easier way, I've just realised and I've just remembered, but I've now decided to do this method, so here I am. Sort of taking the time to do it like this. And it does help that the music does sort of make this a bit more peaceful. And it's really sad, to be honest, that 100% red liveries are now like mandatory in TFL land, because having lived out in the provinces for a bit, places where operators actually fight for your custom with special liveries, they're really, really nice. When an operator can actually be bothered to actually spend money in designing a livery, it looks really, really good. And having the branding, it is top notch. It's just unfortunate TFL are a bit naff when it comes to that. Like, fair enough, they have tried with the Superloop branding, but to be honest with you, too little too late, and I do not particularly like it, unfortunately. So this is sort of, this was always like a bit of a cream colour, and it does go all the way, oh, it's a bit smaller than that. So, yeah, so that would have been like this, like that, and then get this like that, and then I'll take the colour off the bus, so it's a tiny bit smaller. There we go. So then, it is somewhat hard to do this, but there we go, because then what ends up happening is I didn't actually get that cream colour, but this is close enough. So what then ends up happening with this is get this sort of band around the front on their darts. There you go. Obviously the roof up here has to be patchworked back into looking decent. So that's a simple job. Do the poppy livery, so it doesn't matter which one you have. For the company name, you should use the initials of the top 5 biggest companies in London. That is probably true. Probably should have done that. I don't actually know what name I did go for. So Arriva. And then obviously I would put the serve in London bit, but to be honest, a bit too much effort at the moment. And then sort of Arriva. And I could put sort of their identifiers, their fleet codes, but again, a bit too much effort at the moment. I do have the poppies to actually do the poppy livery, to be fair. That might be the next livery that gets done. But at the moment, 4 in the morning, we have the first 25 of the day waiting at Stratford bus station. Then also have another vehicle waiting at Stratford to do the 25. This one I feel like is coming to do the D8, and it is. I might switch over the 25 because it shouldn't be up at that bus stop. Edit the route so that Stratford bus station, delete that, and then sort of delete this. And then instead of it being at Stratford Centre, it goes around to Stratford bus station and then back around to Stratford Centre. There we go. So this is sort of so that every single route has a common stop in our sort of fleet at the moment. Every route underneath our control. With a bus coming around to the D8. That D8 should have left, I feel like. Nope, it doesn't leave until now. And there it goes, picking up its first passengers. Tracking it along. It's at Wharton Road, then at Abbey Lane, Bow Flyover, then it'll go around to Bow Church, or coming around to St Leonard Street. Maybe we shouldn't do the 25 as close to Ilford. Maybe not, but the busiest section of the 25 is between Stratford and Ilford, which is a section that I've decided to do for now, and then extended it down to probably around... What do we have? Mile End, I'd say. Where is it? Whitechapel Road. Could always extend it down to Whitechapel, because that is the edge of our remit at the moment. So this D8 is actually pretty well patronised at the moment, all things being considered. Also just realised, with staff, what I should do is 2 mechanics, 1 outside non-core hours. Core hours would be probably overnight, I'd say, is when we do all the repair work. Researchers throughout the day, then cleaners also throughout the night. So, sort of between 10 till 7, I'd say. With 9 till 5. There we go. And then this D8 is already a minute late, which is frustrating. Really, really frustrating. 25. This D8 is a minute late, but making up time. This 25, minute late, but by the time it pulls up into Stratford bus station, has a good 5 minutes to wait. So that is actually timetabled pretty well. This 25 is really busy, and also sort of 2 minutes late, 3 minutes now. Really filling up. Hopefully this does end up being our busiest route, because then it would be accurate. I do realise that that's also not correct at Lynchfield Avenue. Edit routes. I can't keep the game running. Lynchfield Avenue. I'm going to delete that. So that after here, it then goes down here. Just so it doesn't do this ridiculous sort of turn around here to then turn back around. So now, sort of just building on the success of the 25 almost, with this 25 being 4 minutes late, which is never ideal. Now 5, now 6, that's 7 minutes late. I feel like it shouldn't be as tight as it is. Yeah, it is. So they're only getting a minute stand time. Okay, that's not going to be great in the long run. That's going to sort of have knock-on delays, which we're already feeling because this bus is already 10 minutes late. Delays, it's normal anyway. Still watching, really enjoying it as always. Great to hear that, Alex. Good to see you around. Once I started an Edinburgh save, and after 3 in-game days, I made around £500,000, which is pretty good. Okay, the 25, I can already see problems with the timetable, so I'm going to change the timetable. I set it up to be half hourly, and then every 20 minutes throughout the day. Timetable is going to go up to every 25... Oh, I can't do that. Every 25 minutes throughout the day. Half hourly throughout the night. Allow them to switch over shifts. Edit timetable here as well. just so that they can do multiple runs. So you can come in here, be a 25, then come out as a D8. Actually, one in-game week, I meant. Oh, that's interesting. Usually I'd say it doesn't take that long for me to sort of amass that much money as well. I think it's just that Croydon save was cursed. I've done a lot of things wrong there. What I find you need to do is sort of have 2 main routes and concentrate on them. So build up frequency and be busy. Paid me each 150 to 200k each respectively. Had really 3 lucky public service contracts. I wonder if there's any here. Oh, I have one here, which is Pet's Corner, connected to a ferry. Wait, hold on, connected to a ferry down here to Greenwich Pier. I don't understand why a pet corner, so like pets at home, why on earth you need to be connected to a ferry. Also, put out the Arriva livery dart onto the 25, which is a bit confusing. Again, I feel like that's extremely cursed. D8 can get the Arriva livery darts. That's sort of accurate. This 25 was so late that it's cancelled a shift. We've turned him short. I also feel like it would be ideal if I should change the timetable so that there is stand time at Ilford as well. D8 will get all the Arriva darts, and then the 25 will get all the stagecoach darts. Just because that makes sense at the moment. We don't have any stagecoach darts. Oh, we do actually have one in the depot. It's in good condition, good enough condition actually to be sent out. It's London. It'll be all tattered up after like 1 day service. Do a bit of misallocating here and there. You start off with 3 bus routes, usually around 20 to 30 minutes in length. I think that is sort of the ideal length to actually make them. I feel like I made the mistake of trying to go through the entire routes in the Croydon save. Here I'm not doing that, so as you can see, I have one over here with the 25. This is already pretty frequent, being every 20 minutes, 25 minutes, sorry, I should correct myself. And then the D8 is every half an hour. I'm not trying to do like night routes at the moment because I don't have the buffer, and there is no point. Because if I was going to do the N25, that's just going to follow the 25, and then it's just during the night when there's basically no one. Why does it say City Bus Manager Croydon? Because I did start off in Croydon, but now I am in Stratford. I have decided that Croydon save is too far gone to actually save. So this is going to be the new series. Technically, this is merging. Think of this as like a 0.5, like part 0.5, because the next City Bus Manager sort of stream is going to be on this save, and it will be part 1. But technically not part 1. This is sort of like a preview. This 25 is 10 minutes late. I mean, I shouldn't complain considering buses in London are regularly about like an hour, half an hour late. Croydon has trams now. This is true, but Croydon has had trams for a very long while. Wait, hold on. Do you mean in terms of the actual sort of tram stops in this game? Because if you do, then would be nice. I think my old games, because the Croydon save is so old, it doesn't actually have the trams. So that's another reason to just restart, to be honest. And I feel like eventually, probably unlock Lewisham down here, get the 108 going, unlock sort of the City of London down here, and sort of expand that way. Okay, so allocate Stagecoach Dart onto the 25. I do know this is Stag Coach. I just wanted to make it so it wasn't the actual Stagecoach logo, just in case I got into hot water for that. If you do notice in some of my... Oh, okay, complaining about high wait times, 10 minutes. Okay, so what I think I'll do is probably hire another service centre employee. Yeah, large majority of my repaints don't actually have company names, just because I don't want to risk getting in trouble with them. Is City Skylines like SimCity? Yes, it is. City Skylines is actually what I'd consider the spiritual successor to SimCity, a better version of SimCity. My rural-ish 17k town I started is pretty good now. I have a few other places around that size and make 300k a day. To be fair, I found it's actually pretty fun. The challenge of trying to start in a rural place. I started around Sevenoaks, where Go Coach operates, which is literally in the middle of nowhere. I also started in like sort of an island, one of the Shetland Islands up in Scotland, and I was managing to make 300k a day. It's really, really fun, but it does get a bit boring after a while because you do run out of sort of roads and routes you can make. Getting a coal shuttle for an event. Ooh, okay, so here we're going to be doing the Here East shuttle, connected to Stratford. So this will be from Stratford to Lee Valley Park, which is over there. This is literally the Here East shuttle. Which I think I can't. Okay, I can't do it from Stratford International. Windmill Lane. No, wouldn't want to do that. It's probably via Stratford High Street, then Carpenter's Primary School, around the London Aquatics Centre. Am I not able to get it to go around like this? So it turns like that to then go. Okay, literally any route but that. Okay, as it turns out, cannot. So it's not going to serve the Aquatic Centre. Go via Westfield Avenue. Or it will. Okay. That's confused me. Via the Aquatic Centre, via Stratford International. And then via Cobham Academy. To then be connected to Lee Valley, and then back round to Westfield Avenue, the Aquatic Centre, Carpenter's Primary School, Stratford High Street, and then around to Stratford Bus Station. So this is sort of the Here East shuttle, which I would actually love to do the Here East shuttle. I'd love to do their livery. So that is going to be that. Right, so for this, hello Will. Okay, the Here East shuttle. I would like to recreate their livery, which is extremely hard now that I actually look at it. So it's a bunch of dots. Okay, that is really, really hard, but they're triangular dots, so I could probably get away with that. I think 800s. All right, so this is going to be really testing. You know what? Actually, no. No, because if I sort of do like that, and then fill that like that. Okay, no. Hang on a second. 25%, 10%. I am gonna need to put. Okay. So I wanted solid colour. Okay, hang on. I will be back. I think it will be better off if I sort of did like this. Delete that and then oops. Delete this. That's a triangle, so that is east. Right, so D8 gets the Arriva, and then I will get a specially painted, or should we go fancy and go with the MMCs? Able to do a DLR replacement service. I'll have to wait until they call me up asking for it. rural one was in Germany. See, German rural cities do it a bit better than we do here in the UK. That is the only issue. Because rural cities, rural sort of places in Germany would actually have tram services and bus services. Here they'd have sweet nothing. Okay, I think what I do is go with... I like the colour of this sort of blue MMC, so this will be sort of the inspiration. Also, these dots actually might be a bit too small. Hang on a minute. Let's see if I... So... Okay, those are too small. They need to be a lot bigger than that. Okay. I have not done this correctly at all. Solid colour underneath. Okay, so this needs to be a lot bigger. 40%. It's not what I want. Not like that. Oh. Spherical, not what I want. Not a diamond, definitely not what I want. Maybe something like this actually. It's not completely accurate, but close enough. Here is 2, and then import this in. Here is, so it's more like this. I also put up an image of what I am trying to replicate. Save as example. And then properties of this one, browse. Not in this one. Textures. What's this one? Oops, that is way too big. Hang on a minute. Oh. Properties. Lord Almighty, why is it so big? Hang on a second. There we go. That's an example of what I'm trying to recreate. So, in terms of colours, I'd say that this is pretty accurate. Bye bye. Got to be back in 10-15 minutes. Yeah, I hope to see you then. Do you have the new 10? I do. Wait, hold on. The new 10, the B10. I do. I used the installer. Is how I got it into game. So that roof color. Lost here as well. Then getting this sort of all painted. This is the special here East shuttle. We have actually magically managed to get the contract for it. Don't know what sort of strings I pulled to get that. And on top of that, okay, that's really frustrating. Okay, and then after this, sort of trying to get this to not look absolutely horrendous. Yeah, that still is right. Okay, so I don't know how I'm supposed to make that not look like that. Problem is that that's like really. If I get this to be a lot sort of smaller. Let's see if this will make it look any better. Kind of does. Yeah, it actually kind of does. You know what? That is good enough. Although, again, don't really know how I'm gonna get that to actually go over the windows. I don't really think that through. Because it... where is it? yeah, that's not really... Well, do you know what the thought process was there? So that is almost like that. And then there'll be one up here. Continuing it up. Getting it over there. And then obviously gotta have this. Over there. What I would then also say is sort of and then there is another one like this here. Need the text as well that says here east. 600. What happened while I was gone? I am just recreating the here east livery. Probably will just use Johnston font. East. Here east, even though that's not actually the font that they use. Very evidently not as well. Don't know if I have any fonts that look close to it. Can't really see what I'm doing here because it's open in Photoshop in the background. No, I really don't have any fonts that sort of do. You know what? This actually isn't. This is pretty close, to be fair. Do that and name this. This down over here. HE. And then this is the grey text. Here east. Here east. And on the back of the bus, there would obviously be Brandon on the back. To be honest, I feel like it would be something like this, almost. It wouldn't pass up the opportunity to sort of create something fancy on the back. Get that same sort of colour. And then here east. Not the most accurate, but good enough. The shuttle after the series, can you do a series in Heathrow, Hillingdon, Hounslow area? Sure. Could do that. You should make a London City Express to the airport. I mean, I probably will make a DLR replacement to London City Airport. Do you know what? Just because I can, I'm going to misallocate the Here East bus onto the D8. Literally the first day I have it and it's already misallocated onto a route it should not be on. Doing a classic sort of TFL here. Not really a stagecoach thing to do, to be honest. You'd more see sort of HCT were really big on it, especially because they put a single door E200 onto the 26 a couple of years ago, which is still crazy. 25 can then get stagecoach Dart on it. So yeah, the 25s are consistently about 15 minutes late, so that's showing that my timetable has no resilience whatsoever in it. That is also an Arriva Dart that I've allocated onto the 25. Not the smartest moves. So Dawn to Turner just goes for 1 star, doesn't say why. Prices are way too expensive for a bus ride. What? Literally, short distance ticket is the same as our single price ticket. Very confusing there from... Oh! Data Palm Primary School, we're exclusion to Water Park on Saturday. Would like to go by bus. It's about 5 hours there. The bus must be big enough for 119 people. don't think we have any vehicles that are that large. 119. Hang on a second. Best I can do is 59. So you're gonna have to pick and choose which children you actually want to go. I might be able to do 2 buses. I mean, as long as the buses are spaced out kind of evenly, it's alright, I guess. That is true, they're all consistently late. Splashy. What on earth is this route? From one end of the map to the other. Okay. Watley Market all the way over to Splashy Water Park. How on earth? Nope, that isn't close enough. That is close enough. To be fair, they didn't say they wanted to get back. Final stop is not near the start. It should have returned. Okay, fine. I guess there will be a return route. So it'll be at 12 on Saturday. Confirm that. I'll put 2 buses onto that route because we don't have 1 vehicle. Yeah, it's literally right across the entire map. From here over in, where is this? This is in Shadwell. From Shadwell over to Beckton, which is absolute insanity. Sorry, Barking. Oh no, not even Barking. Basically in Barking. Shadwell to Barking. On a Saturday school trip. I didn't even notice that. That's more comical. Saturday school trip and outing for 120 children. Alright, well, do you know what? Fair enough. That's planned. I'm going to have to add an extra bus when that time does come around. When it is Saturday. All these buses are sort of in an alright condition. That could be cleaned. Everything else doesn't need to be cleaned. How is our here East misallocation doing? It is a minute late. But that's fine. Sort of the D8 at the moment is pretty busy, I'd say. It's actually making more money than the 25. That's sort of sad. Here East Shuttle, that has not started yet. So I'm going to change the name of it. Here East. There you go. The charter trip out across the map. That's going to be on Saturday. Also, not 100% certain why the game has decided the quickest route is to cut through here instead of staying on this road, but there we are. Once I had the school wanted me to give them a ride over 20,000 miles distance. Are they taking half the primary school on triple what? Gonna be honest with you, I think that's the entire primary school if it's 120 children. I'm gonna assume at least 5 of them are adults. I'm gonna hope 5 of them are adults. Because I don't know what this excursion is for 5 hours out. What even is this? This is at a water park. What are they even doing for 5 hours at a water park? So it's Tuesday evening. This D8 is about to go on the last trip of the night. 9 people on it. The last 25 is going to run in 2 minutes time. That'll run all the way down. So this is the final D8 of the night, going towards Cross Harbour. Feel like it'd probably be a good idea if it terminates here and then runs dead, but not much I can do. There's one person that's going to be waiting a very long time at Abbey Lane until 4 in the morning. Be waiting 4 hours for a bus, which isn't unheard of in other realms of the country. I once left 2 school children on one of these trips behind in the game. I think I realised the next day or 2 when they were still waiting at the stop. The rest of the school was on that excursion, came back, didn't even notice they were missing, and they were just stood there waiting. So, nicely filled up depot. Time jump. So, allocation time. So the D8 will get all the Arriva branded buses. This is going to go into the 25 later, so suppose get some of the Stagecoach ones out. Try not mess up the allocations too much. Here East Shuttle, I've not been asked yet to sort of run the Here East Shuttle, which is a bit confusing. I take it that the Here East Shuttle, I wasn't actually reading when they told me like how often it would run. 135 is probably going to be in the next episode, to be honest. Because what I would say is this would probably be a good point to actually leave this episode for now. So I do thank everyone for making it this far. And if you're new here, do be sure to subscribe for more. If you've enjoyed this episode, do be sure to give it a like. Subscribe with notifications on, because I do stream once every single week. My next City Bus Manager stream might be tomorrow, might be Ompsy. I'll see how I'm feeling. But I do hope you have a good rest of your evening. Hope you enjoyed the stream, and I hope to see you in the next one.